Hey guys, it's Mo from Mo in the Deep End, and we are getting ready to start a new trial next week on Tuesday. That will be, let me get my handy dandy phone calendar because goodness knows I don't know dates unless it's on there. The 25th of July, we are supposed to, tomorrow is supposed to be jury selection in the Darrin Lopez case. And I figured we could do a little, reading of L article to kind of get us kind of a little bit of backstory on what's going on with the trial. Not too much. I want the, trial as always to kind of speak for itself, but I figure if we know a little bit going in, then it'll be maybe less confusing. Hopefully, this Texas courthouse, has type A personalities in force, has a total on time vibe because I am doing this with Baker. He will be kind of point man in the morning, and then I will be point lady in the afternoons, and we will be not double streaming, dual streaming. So y'all can visit us both places and get watch hours. It will be hopefully this will be a good case. It won't be like the Ronald case because that was a slog. I am glad though, can I say, I know we were complaining about it, but I am glad that that family maybe didn't get the justice they wanted, but they can start a whole new process of grieving knowing that this man is never going to get out. I mean, it's not going to take that pain away, but it will be a different kind of grief. Maybe there will be just that little bit of relief, that little bit of, peace that you can get from it here on earth. So I really do hope that. I know that we can sometimes get a little flitteritated and Twitter-pated when they are being shenanigans, but there are real victims behind it, and I do respect that. So, as I have said all of the feelings things and Hallmark things for now, let us get into this case. So, we have a Court TV article that I have pulled up, and we will get into that and see what is going on with this particular case. So, I believe this is Darren Rupin Lopez. He is, that's his mugshot. You know, all in all, not a terrible mugshot from some of the mugshots we've seen, and it doesn't look like he has resting smug face. So that, that's going for him. Let's see what he is accused of, although he is technically innocent right now. Dallas Court TV, a Tennessee man accused in murdering his girlfriend's husband is facing trial in Texas. Darren Rubin Lopez is charged with the murder or with murder in October 2020 death of American Airlines technology director James Faith. Yikes. With a name like Faith, never mind. It's too soon. Too soon. Well, I mean, his wife wasn't faithful. All right, that's as much as I'm going with it. Lopez was in an emotional relationship with the victim's wife, Jennifer Lynn Faith, according to federal prosecutors. So this will be a federal case, I guess. Investigators say Lopez fatally shot James as he and Jennifer walked their dog in their Dallas neighborhood. Detectives traced a black Nissan Titan spotted at the scene to Lopez's Tennessee home. An investigation revealed that Jennifer had deceived Lopez into believing that James was being both physically and SAing her. She pleaded guilty in February 2022 to a federal murder for hire charge and was ultimately sentenced to life in prison. At her sentencing, Jennifer admitted to having manipulated Lopez, who suffered a traumatic brain injury while serving in the U.S. Army in Iraq, leaving him disabled. She said she sent Lopez money and gifts and used stocked images depicting injuries from the internet to convince the defendant she was being abused by James. Lopez and Jennifer had been dating for 7 months when James was killed, according to federal prosecutors. An arrest affidavit, Jennifer described their relationship as being a full-blown emotional affair. Jury selection, they said July. Jury selection is scheduled to begin Monday, July 24th, with opening statements July 25th. let's see if this video isn't terrible. I don't wanna get, whatchamacallit. I don't want to get another copyright claim, but hopefully we can kind of see who these people were.
Nine-year-old Jamie Faith and his wife Jennifer had just left their house
Let me
Friday
made
morning,
it.
October 9th, 2020. 49-year-old
Swear to goodness, he looks like one of my best friend's husbands. He's a giant, giant guy, like 6'5" or something, just even bigger than Mr. Mo. He's got a beard and kind of a little gingery. So I'm already mad at her. I don't like her at all. I feel conflicted about the Darrin's
Jamie
involvement.
Faith and his wife Jennifer had just left their house to walk their dog when he was ambushed just steps away from his front door in Dallas, Texas.
I turned around and I just saw this person shoot.
Jamie was an executive with American Airlines. Jennifer was a speech pathologist.
I'm on a lot of shots. Six, 5, 6, maybe, I feel like. And he just kept going, and I couldn't stop it.
Jamie Faith was shot 7 times, 3 times in the head, 3 times in the chest.
This is what we call overkill. I mean, the least look, I'm not gonna tell criminals how to criminal, but, if you want it to look like a random drive-by kinda thing, you don't do 3 execution style hits in the head. I mean, because 7 looks like you're a whole lot mad at a person. That would be overkill. I mean, I'm just if you were gonna be all, criminally about it.
And once in the groin. His wife told police she didn't recognize the masked attacker. She also claimed she didn't know who he was.
I didn't know him. Why?
But prosecutors say that Jennifer Faith did know the man who killed her husband. In fact,
Look at that man. He was in a little Hawaiian shirt. We're gonna baconate that. I mean, he was in a little Hawaiian shirt. No, I can't do that apparently. But he was in a little Hawaiian shirt for her. They had little fun drinks.
say she hired her high school prom date, Darrin Lopez, to kill him. The pair had last seen each other in 1994. A few weeks after Valentine's Day in 2020, Darrin Lopez tracked down Jennifer online and sent her an email. By then, he was in his 40s, a retired Army Special Forces sergeant who had served multiple tours in Iraq and sustained a traumatic brain injury in a roadside bombing while there.
Yeah, I
Their
feel like
long-distance relationship quickly intensified, with them constantly emailing.
that's kinda dirty. You know what? No, they're accused unalivers. We can use their ugly mugshots. Gonna use their daggone high school prom stuff like this is a meet cute from hell.
Emailing and texting one another. According to a
She is
friend,
dirty for
Jennifer
that.
Faith felt like a 13-year-old and that she and Darrin were involved in a full-blown emotional affair. Prosecutors say that Jennifer Faith
Wait, he went up and killed the husband and he wasn't even getting any, something on the side? I feel like there was more than an emotional affair. I'm gonna call that. Uh, I'm gonna call BS on the whole, "It was emotional only." I think there was some pants are prison movement action, if you know what I'm saying.
was also involved in a full-blown scheme to convince Darrin Lopez that her husband, Jamie, was physically and sexually abusing her. They say she used a fake Gmail account she created for Jamie to send Darrin graphic details about alleged attacks by Jamie and photos of her bruised and bloodied body. After the shooting, other neighbors
You know what? I do not like this woman. I feel like y'all, I'm gonna have a hard time because he did a terrible thing, but he was motivated and he had a brain injury. I feel like the defense needs to capitalize on the traumatic brain injury, the, PTSD, the service, uh, and like David always says, you have to make something the monster. I mean, you don't want your client to be the monster, so you have to make something be the monster. And what you if I were a legal lawyer, if I were, the the third party intervener of this particular case, as it were, I believe that I would make Jennifer the monster. You know, she used her feminine wiles, all that LuLaRoe and floral pattern, if you will. She wore those leggings. She manipulated him. I mean, how many times have we seen this, "Oh, my boyfriend hits me," and then some man thinking he's going to be a white knight runs in and not one thing was truthful that this woman said. So, I definitely would make, Jennifer the monster, and I would, you know, plea for mitigation as far as the traumatic brain injury. I mean, we saw, Chandler Halderson's friend. I mean, there is some you can notice, you can tell, especially if it's a veteran. I feel like I feel like she should have gotten a whole lot more, possibly. I don't know why I have no chill for this, and I didn't think that, the, Border Patrol agents wasn't a, death penalty case. I don't know why. Maybe because I have a problem with manipulating someone, and look, it's y'all's personal choice, and this is my personal thing, but if you are so unhappy in your marriage that you wanna step out, then just end the marriage. Don't cheat on people. I mean, I don't know. That's just my thing. Again, y'all can make your own choices, but I hate her. And she's already been convicted, so I'm allowed to hate her,
Neighborhood
alright, y'all?
doorbell cameras showed Lopez's black Nissan truck with a T decal on the back window leaving the area. Text messages from Jennifer several weeks after Jamie's death show her begging Darrin to scrape the T sticker off his truck. Darrin Lopez and Jennifer Faith were arrested for Jamie's murder in early 2021. Jennifer pleaded guilty to her role in the murder in 2022 and is serving a life sentence at an Alabama federal prison. Darrin has pleaded not guilty to a Texas murder charge, and if convicted, he could be sentenced to up to life in prison.
I mean, so that's a little snippet of what this case will be about. Like I said, I'm having a hard time with this one. I wanna see all the evidence, but I really hope that the defense, if they I hope they give him a good defense, because I want everyone to have a good defense. But I hope that they definitely, really put up the, manipulation that he was getting from Jennifer and his in conjunction with his brain injury, because I really feel like that would lower any sort of inhibitions that he would have, or any sort of, depending on where it was, if they can get a medical examiner to say, because of where this particular injury was placed, he would have a hard time with impulse control. He would have a hard time discerning with discernment of, what what is real, what is not, what's the best thing that I could do. The man needs to be punished for what he did. He did, in fact, unalive someone. But do I feel like he is as culpable as the wife? No, I don't. I feel like she is a horrible swamp hag that, wasn't woman enough to leave her husband if she wasn't happy, but darn sure was gonna manipulate someone she knew, you know, was easy to manipulate to get what she wanted, and I don't like that. So, this will be an interesting case. I wanna see what the defense does and see how it all plays out, because I really do I really do wonder how they are going to deal with mitigating factors. I wonder if that's going to affect the sentencing. I don't think he's going to get away with not guilty, y'all. I mean, this is stranger things have happened, but I don't think he's going to get away with that, so I'm wondering if it might be a split vote for a lower charge. So we will all see, and we will be starting this on Tuesday of this week, the 25th? Yes, the 25th. So Baker, I will kind of pop in and out in the mornings with Baker, and then I will be point person on the afternoon. So I look forward to seeing all of you guys there, and I'm glad we have a little trial that you guys can watch if maybe Shabusiness becomes a little much or is having kind of a dull day. So I will see you guys there. Have a great rest of your weekend and start of your week.